Spokane. We are tracking fast-growing wildfires and rough air quality in the central part of Washington, too. The Little Giant fire is spread to more than 59,000 acres in Chelan County. The fire is burning north 22 miles north of Leavenworth and is 0% contained. The Little Giant did something rare over the weekend, jumping northeast across Lake Chelan. Now, wildfires normally are not able to get across large bodies of water. Fire officials say more than 1,800 structures are threatened, but none have been destroyed so far. Fire is just part of the equation, though. We are seeing horrible air quality and its surrounding areas. This is an air quality map from airnow.gov. The maroon area, that darker air quality, that means hazardous air conditions. That level starts at the value of 300, and a lot of Wenatchee Valley is in that maroon space. On Tuesday, we saw Leavenworth's air quality level at more than 3,000. We've seen levels in the region about 1,000 as well. So to get a better idea of what's going on near the fire and in the Wenatchee Valley, we're joined by Aaron Pena, an air resource advisor for the Little Giant fire. Thank you for being here with us, Aaron, and walking us through this.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
All right, well, I want to start with, let's talk about the air quality in Wenatchee. I have family there. They have been sending me photos, asking to come to Western Washington to get some relief. Break down what we're seeing there.
Yeah, so exactly as you just mentioned, in Wenatchee area, just north into Plain, in Leavenworth, we're seeing some of the worst air quality values in the world. This is worse than some countries that are experiencing winter south of the equator. This is right in central Washington.
It's heartbreaking to see this because it is just such a beautiful time of year to be there, but it is so smoky. Do we have any idea, based on the forecast, when we'll start to see better air quality for the Wenatchee Valley area?
Yeah, so what's going on right now is what we're having a bit of, there was a bit of a wind shift or wind calming under a high pressure. And what that does is there's the high pressure, there's winds that flow clockwise around a high pressure, and there's a high pressure just to our north. And so what's happening is we're having some winds that have been blowing a little bit from the northeast down to the southwest. It's been pretty calm. And so what's happening is we have this lid that's right on top of central Washington. And so not only are the winds blowing a little bit, from that northeast to the southwest around this area, but it's also that high pressure means sinking air. So what we're doing is we're seeing some sinking of of the smoke into a lot of the drainages. And so that's been going on for the past 24, 36 hours. We're expecting, later this week on Friday, as we see a little bit of pattern shift, we'll see some winds from the west kind of clear out this area, but it does look like a little bit more than 48 hours, 48 to 72 hours more of these type of conditions around this area.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about this so much because that's what's happening here in Western Washington. The high pressure, the winds coming from the east, blowing it over. Wenatchee Valley is so interesting because, like you said, it's a valley. It's getting stuck in there, and there's not a whole lot to move it. I do want to ask you also, just to make sure, so all the fire smoke we're seeing is from the Little Giant fire. I know we've got so many different fires around the state, but that's really the main smoke that we're seeing?
What we're seeing, especially in the Central Valley, that is really all of it's mostly from the Little Giant fire. Even it's channeling through. It's channeling westward through, across Stevens Pass Highway, Highway 2, Highway 90 over Snoqualmie Pass. And so we're seeing it, channel towards the west into the eastern parts of the metro area, into Bellevue. So yeah, it is all right now coming from that Little Giant fire, absolutely. Yeah. And we're monitoring this, 16 to 24 hours a day, every waking moment, to make sure that our communities and our fire personnel are safe.
And that's what I want to ask you is, how do you stay safe when you have hazardous air like this? What do you do? Maybe don't go outside. What tips do you have for people?
Absolutely, especially when, there are, 6 levels for the air quality index. And, there's from good to moderate to unhealthy for sensitive groups to unhealthy to very unhealthy and to hazardous, levels 1 through 6. Anything level 3 and above, really, if you're outdoors, you do want to wear an N95 mask that is well fitted over the nose, that has that nice seal. That is effectively, the best thing to do for outdoor workers. If you're driving, ensuring that you have recirculation enabled within your vehicle. The best thing, especially on the level 5 and level 6 that we're experiencing here in the Wenatchee Valley, is it's best to stay indoors if possible.
Yeah.
If you do have to go outside, it's limiting that time outdoors, and especially level 3 and above, not doing any type of extraneous or strenuous activities, exercise, etc.
Yeah.
So we know that we are, obviously folks have to go out, walk their dogs, etc. And so we are trying to provide those best times of day for those types of activities.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for those tips. Aaron Pena, who is with the Wenatchee Valley area, keeping a close eye on the air conditions, and hopefully here we get some better air quality soon. Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you.